All right, so my previous video I made to kind of upset people. I want to clarify a few things on it, okay? I pushed pretty hard, but I want to clarify. Look at the words I said. I said full-time job. So when we make a pastor an employee of the church, that is what I don't think is biblical, okay? Let me hit you with a couple things real quick, okay? You know that verse in 1 Timothy 5:17, let the elders who rule well be counted worthy of double honor. See, most people hear that and think double pay, but biblically double honor doesn't mean profit. It means provision and respect, all right? Paul explains it right. He says, don't muzzle the ox while it treads the grain. Literally meaning, if the ox is going to work in your field, you got to feed him while he's doing it. And then the laborer is worthy of his wages. In other words, those who labor in preaching and teaching should be cared for from the offering, just like priests lived off what was brought to the altar. But I want to say this loud and clear. It's provision, not profit. Every biblical example of a pastor or preacher getting paid was for travel expenses, food, and lodging. Okay? So, do I believe we should put a roof over a pastor's house? Absolutely. Do I believe we should pay them enough for them to buy their own house? No. That's the difference. Okay? And let me hit one more thing. You know where it says those who live by the gospel, those who preach the gospel should live by the gospel? All right. What is the gospel? God provides. So you're going to tell me that it's not God provides, but parishioners provide. No, that should be, if you're going to preach the gospel, you need to live off the gospel. So if you're going to preach that God provides, you need to live like God provides. So if you're going to do kingdom work, you're going to get kingdom reward. So people that disagreeing with me are saying, hey, whoa, these people are doing kingdom work. They need earthly reward. But I think what this all falls into is a bigger issue. Let me explain that, okay? So, the danger of hiring a full-time pastor, okay? People start acting like they've outsourced their faith, okay? Why do I need to study my Bible? I pay someone for that. Why should I evangelize? That's what the pastor's for. See, that mindset kills spiritual growth. The pastor was never meant to replace the believer's responsibility. They're there to equip the saints and shepherd the flock. Support your pastors, yes. Honor the labor, absolutely. That, absolutely. But don't hand them your calling, all right? Every believer still has a mission, a ministry, and a Bible to know for themselves. Because the church isn't built on one full-time worker. It's built on a full-time body of believers. All right? So everything I just said, I'm going to sum up in one sentence. You ready? Stop giving your ministry away through money because you hired a minister. I love you. Jesus loves you. We'll see you next time.